Have you ever felt truly touched? Not because of expensive gifts, not because of exaggerated sweet words, but simply because of a small act of care that feels deeply sincere? What if that moment happened on Valentine's Day? What if the surprise came from someone known for being quiet, calm, and rarely expressive about his feelings? And what if the smile that appeared wasn't born from shock, but from feeling genuinely appreciated? Today, we're going to talk about a Valentine's Day moment that quietly warmed many hearts. A moment between Song Weilong and Zhao Jinmai. It wasn't loud, it wasn't dramatic, but it left an impression that lingered far longer than most grand gestures ever could. Valentine's Day often arrives with predictable promises, flowers, confessions, surprises, and displays of affection that try to outshine one another. Yet this year felt different. There was something calmer, deeper, and more restrained, and precisely because of that, it felt far more moving. The public was taken by surprise by a moment involving Song Weilong and Zhao Jinmai. Not because it exploded into headlines instantly, but because it slowly seeped into people's hearts. No oversized bouquets, no dramatic declarations of love, no exaggerated spotlight. Instead, what unfolded was the complete opposite. A simple, thoughtful, and heartfelt presentation, carefully crafted to speak directly to the deepest emotions. This Valentine's Day wasn't noisy, but its echo lasted far longer than expected. Song Weilong has long been known as someone calm and composed. He is not the type to showcase his emotions publicly or rely on grand gestures to express what he feels. His actions are measured, his expressions subtle, and his presence often carries a sense of quiet maturity. That's why, when he prepared something special for Valentine's Day, many didn't expect the moment to feel so touching. And yet, precisely because of its simplicity, the surprise felt profoundly honest. The presentation itself wasn't merely a visual display or an aesthetic concept meant to please the eye. It was a form of mindfulness, designed with intention and awareness. Every detail seemed to speak silently, about time carefully spent, about thoughts deeply considered, about effort that didn't need to be announced to be felt. Nothing felt rushed. Nothing felt spontaneous in a careless way. Instead, everything carried a sense of maturity, planned, intentional, and most importantly, done with genuine care. As the moment unfolded, the atmosphere seemed to slow down. Soft lighting filled the space, creating warmth and intimacy. Song Weilong didn't attempt to dominate the room. He wasn't seeking applause or attention. He allowed silence to do the talking. He let pauses become emotional language. The look in his eyes, the way he stood, the calm confidence in his posture, all reflected deep respect. This surprise wasn't a shout. It was a whisper, and that is exactly where its strength lay. Zhao Jinmai, known for being professional, thoughtful, and deeply focused on quality, was visibly surprised. But his surprise wasn't awkward or forced. It was the natural response of someone who felt truly seen and cared for. The smile that appeared on his face wasn't fleeting. It was gentle, sincere, and meaningful. There was no effort to appear perfect for the camera. What we saw was raw emotion, flowing naturally, without pretense. In every expression Zhao Jinmai showed, there was a clear sense of appreciation. He wasn't only acknowledging the final result, but also the deeper message behind it. That someone had truly thought about how to make this moment special. That care doesn't have to be loud to be powerful. That sincerity doesn't require a grand stage to feel real. Beyond being touched, there was also something else present: pride. A quiet pride that didn't need words. It was visible in the way he looked on, in the relaxed openness of his posture, and in the warm confidence surrounding him. It was as if he was silently saying that effort like this deserves to be recognized. That good intentions, no matter how subtle, deserve space. And in his silence, that acknowledgement felt like a powerful confession of its own. Their interaction quickly became the center of attention, not because of overt romantic gestures, but because of the almost invisible comfort between them. Their chemistry doesn't rely on dramatic touches or exaggerated sweet words. It grows from harmony, from mutual understanding, from respect that doesn't require explanation. They seem to exist on the same frequency, calm, mature, and emotionally aware. Fans felt it too. Reactions across various platforms were filled with warmth, admiration, and reflection. Many pointed out that Song Weilong's surprise was a perfect example of how small acts of care can leave a lasting impact. There were no luxuries on display, no forced emotions, just a sincere desire to make Valentine's Day meaningful. And that simplicity is what made the moment feel elegant. Rather than competing with the stereotypical image of Valentine's Day, sparkling, extravagant, and overwhelming, this moment offered an alternative version, a quiet, reflective, deeply human Valentine. A reminder that love and appreciation don't always need to shine loudly to be felt deeply. Zhao Jinmai's response further reinforced his character. He is someone who values process, intention, and authenticity. So it's no surprise that his reaction felt genuine. He didn't exaggerate the moment, but he didn't dismiss it either. He remained fully present, absorbing every second, allowing his emotions to be visible without being fabricated. Meanwhile, for Song Weilong, this surprise revealed another side of him. It showed that empathy and attentiveness are the emotional languages he chooses. He proved that one doesn't need to be the loudest presence in the room to leave a lasting impression. Through sincerity and thoughtful intention, he created a moment that will likely be remembered, not only by Zhao Jinmai, but also by everyone who witnessed it from afar. This Valentine's Day moment has become a symbol, a reminder that relationships, whatever form they take, can be celebrated with maturity and respect. That mutual appreciation is the foundation of any meaningful connection. And that sincerity, when delivered in the right way, can touch deeper than 1,000 sweet words ever could. In the end, this story isn't just about one day a year. It's a gentle reminder that attention, empathy, and respect, simple things often overlooked, hold incredible power. Song Weilong offered a calm, yet resonant surprise. Zhao Jinmai responded with genuine warmth and pride. A Valentine's Day that wasn't boisterous or excessive. And that's exactly why it felt so real. Sweet, simple, full of meaning, and almost impossible to forget. Ultimately, this Valentine teaches us one important lesson. Sincerity doesn't always arrive in its most striking form. Sometimes, it comes quietly, without noise, without drama, yet leaves the deepest mark. The moment between Song Weilong and Zhao Jinmai isn't just about love on Valentine's Day. It's about how care, respect, and empathy can make someone feel truly valued. So what do you think? Is a simple surprise like this actually more touching than a luxurious Valentine? Share your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear your perspective. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell, because there are many more warm stories and meaningful moments we'll explore together. See you in the next video, White Heart Sparkles.